Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Kame House Party, the world's bestest and only improv comedy Dragon Ball Watch Along podcast. We've got another exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z to cover. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. Before we do that, I got to tell you who we are. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Vince.
I'm one of your other hosts. My name is Aaron.
Oh my gosh. And it's just a completely normal day here at Kame House Party HQ. Nothing amiss. If you're watching the video, nothing new here. Very boring. Have I gone away for a bit? Maybe we were away for a week.
We were away for a week. I had real world. I had to do things that paid me money.
Yeah. I was trying to find myself for that week. I had nothing to do without this podcast or you. So I started training.
Training?
Yeah.
Like for a marathon or?
I mean, look, I was looking for a new gym here in New York, and there are all kinds of gyms, right? There's kickboxing gyms, regular boxing gyms, Krav Maga. I could go to a normal like Equinox or whatever, or spin, but I found this one gym. It was as far downtown as I could get, so basically like somewhere in Battery Park. I went through a door. Wow. It was a private gym experience, they said. And they were like, you can get an entire year's worth of training in just a week. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And so I did it. I went in.
Who's the proprietor again? What do they sound like?
I mean, it sounded kind of familiar, but okay. I didn't want to assume that this person was related to somebody that we know, but he was very nice. The only person that worked at the gym. He said, "Welcome to the gym, the TCG. All you have to do is step through that door, work out for a total of 1 week, and you'll get a year's worth of training done." And I said, "Wow, what? That's really great."
And no one's ever tried to scam anyone in New York, right?
No, I was like, you're definitely above board. Like I don't have to go to the Better Business Bureau, do you? Because they're, it's New York. They're right down the street. He assured me that I did not have to. So look, I can't tell you everything that I did in there because I signed NDAs. But Aaron, I did achieve something.
Okay.
Not only incredible gains, which I'm hiding under my pump cover, that is a sweatshirt, but the incredible gain of a new form. Aaron and viewers and listeners, you should cut to the video part of this podcast now because I've gone Super Saiyan, baby. Oh! That's right. It's official. It's official.
You're a Saiyan.
I'm a Saiyan. You could call me Super Vince.
Oh, spoilers for what's coming up ahead.
Spoiler. Oh, it's just a little bit of spoiler for this big reveal. But yeah, I'm a Super Saiyan now, baby. And we got another exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z to cover. But we got to get into Kame housekeeping. We got to prep a little bit for the party that we're about to throw in your ears. So here we go with the first piece of Kame housekeeping, which is the world famous UN-sanctioned 1 minute roundup. Let's do fist hitting fist hitting a palm sound.
Well. It's time for the rumble, isn't it?
Believe it is time for the rumble, mate. Been waiting all night to get to the rumble.
For sure. I've been taking the loop, the tubes to get here.
Oh, look at this guy. He took the tubes. He took the tube to get to the rumble. Oh,
I'm trying to be a little more carbon conscious before I beat the living snot out of you.
That's right. We might be bare knuckle boxers, but we believe in climate change. And
absolutely.
I got a smaller footprint than this guy because I took a bicycle. That's right. A penny farthing.
You're telling me you're trying to say your carbon footprint's smaller than mine, eh?
That's right, mate. That's right.
Puff up your ecological chest, you are.
That's right. That's right. My chest is blowing up, but my emissions are shrinking.
Well, do you have a little compost in the boot of your car? Because I do. Because my car's no longer in use.
Oh!
Damn, that's a small footprint.
Oh my gosh, these us American commentators, what a small footprint.
We both took private jets here separately. This is incredible.
and
seed.
Oh my goodness. Apologies to our UK listeners for butchering your beautiful accent, but we know it's true. There are undeniable truths in comedy.
Mm-hmm. Man, just take that, everyone that went to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. Yeah, the videos are terrifying of all the famous people leaving the Super Bowl and running to their podcast apps so they can listen to Kame House Party.
Beyonce's like, are they talking about me?
Oh my gosh. Look, we have to get Aaron to the 1 minute roundup proper. I could talk about whatever's going on with Beyonce all day long because it's fun. But we have to get to the 1 minute roundup proper because this is a service that we give to the listeners. 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us, this time Aaron, summarizes everything that has happened in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z up until this point. I think like you total all the episodes that we've watched, Aaron, you're not including the OVAs or the movies. That's like a total of 316 episodes, I think. Now?
Something like that.
Something like that. And Aaron does this out of the goodness of his heart, so you don't have to watch every single episode of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z to get caught up to where we are, or listen to every single episode of the podcast to get caught up to where we are. We want a smooth on-ramp. If you take the long road, that's on you, and we love you for it. So, Aaron, for our cheaters in the audience, are you ready to round up?
Much like the Broadcast Network G4 in relation to cheaters.
Yep.
Yes, I am. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. You collect them all, you get any wish you want. It stars Goku. He's a little lad. He's got a monkey tail. And he does karate real good. In fact, he uses that karate to stop people from using Dragon Balls for evil purposes. A Goblin King. A whole ass army. A Demon King. A Demon King's son. Through karate, he finds friendship and he finds love by winning the Tenkaichi tournament. He has a son. He finds out that he's actually from space because his brother tries to get him to do evil space things. He says no, which causes his death. He goes into the afterlife to train to get stronger, comes back, fights other assholes from his planet. But all of his friends die, so he's like, we got to get the origin of the Dragon Balls, which is on another planet. It's on Namek. They go there. He beats the baddest dude in the universe, becomes a legendary Super Saiyan. Then he comes back, and it turns out there's androids from the future and other people from the future. So Goku tries to stop them, but he has a heart attack, so he can't. But now he's back training to fight off Cell, the ultimate life form, and penultimate life form. And Vegeta's there, and he's a Super Saiyan Plus? Ooh,
Super Saiyan Plus. I need to get that streaming service ASAP.
Oh, they increased their prices recently, though.
I hope I get a Super Saiyan discount.
You should.
Pause.
Pause for Super Saiyan.
Pause for Super Wife.
What are you thinking? Like an extra scoop at Baskin Robbins?
Yeah, kind of. Like that's what I'm hoping for. I hope I get like a fast pass. Like at any amusement park, not only because I'm assuming that I have the access to the instant transmission technique with my new powers, but like I want to go through the right channels and also make people feel inferior to my power.
If nothing else, you should get a free box of the Reese's Puffs with Goku on it.
You know what?
The only change.
Kellogg, where are you?
Hershey?
Is it Hershey?
No, Reese's. It's not Hershey because it's Reese's Puff, so it's Reese's chocolate.
Yeah, I think it's Reese's chocolate, and I think Kellogg owns that because Hershey Co. Do Hershey Co. Do they do a cereal? Do they recruit the Cocoa Puffs toucan?
I'm cuckoo for Hershey brand chocolate.
All right, Coco, can you take that again? But make it a little like what we want. We want the same energy for Cocoa Puffs that you delivered in those lines. Can you
Okay.
give that to us for Hershey's chocolate?
Yes, I'll give it an attempt. All right. I'm cuckoo for Hershey's brand chocolate. Turn it down in the in the car.
Oh no, that's the kind of energy we need. Can we turn that down on the headphones, please? All right. The last chance, Coco. Last chance. We love that energy. Is a little too manic for us. But like, just can you bring it down a smidge, and then like just maybe throw in a I'm cuckoo for Hershey's Kisses. Let's try this. Let's try that one. Let's try that one.
Okay. I think I know where you're wanting to go with this. I'm cuckoo for your sensual Hershey's Kisses.
All right, I think Coco, how are you making those noises with a beak? How are you making kissy noises with a
I'll
beak?
never tell.
God, this guy's a pro. And
Scene.
Oh man.
Just imagining a cartoon bird blowing kisses at children.
Oh my goodness. But Aaron, I have to first off, thank you for that wonderful 1 minute roundup, for inspiring all these scenes. And remind the listener that you can also send in a 1 minute roundup in the form of an MP3 or a video to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. We will play them on air. It gives us a break from doing them. We love it, but we also need a break. So why don't you just send in your own? There have been some really, really amazing ones. So add yourself to the Mount Rushmore of 1 minute round uppers and send that in to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com.
The round uppers.
Yeah, become a round upper.
That's not bad.
Join the Helldivers. But yeah, let's dive into our own fresh hell with the second and final piece of Common Housekeeping, which is where I tell you, the listener, that Aaron and I watched two different versions of the show. I watched the English dub while Aaron watches the Japanese language English subtitled version, because comparing and contrasting is fun. And we've done it for so long that you don't question it at this point, okay? If you got another dub that's funny or fun, you can also send that to us. We'd like to know what else is out there. But the first difference between our episodes is usually the title. So Aaron, I'm gonna hit him with my English title first. That's been the tradition with Z. So here it comes. The title for this week's episode 156 of Dragon Ball Z. Bow to the Prince.
Ooh. That's very good.
And if I had to guess, this definitely came out around the time, because we don't do research for this show, so I'm just guessing. I believe this came out around the time that that Ice Cube song came out, Bow Down. Do you remember that song?
I do not.
Late 90s, early 2000s hip hop classic, Bow Down. Go with something. Bow Down. Because, Ice was still trying to tell everybody he was the king when 50 Cent was on the rise with G-Unit. And then a few years after G-Unit was Dipset, bitch. The Midwest rap crew. Anyway, Aaron, what's your title?
I was enjoying this lesson.
Yeah. Welcome to Rap 101.
So my title is in line. It's similar to yours. It's not completely off the rails. But it's so much juicier. So my title for episode 156 of Dragon Ball Z, the original Japanese title, roughly translated, is On Your Knees, Cell. I am Super Vegeta.
Wow. He oh my God, he said it. On your knees, Cell. Vegeta.
I'm looking for some dome, Cell.
Hey, Cell, what's that between your gigantic ears? A little dome for me, Vegeta.
I'm looking for some toppy of the sloppy variety, Cell. I've been in a chamber with my son for a year, okay?
This is not unreasonable. This is not unreasonable.
Look, I know I saw Bulma, but you know, Papa needs some strange. I can't.
Cell, I noticed you got a new form. I have one question for you. What that mouth do? And we will find out what Cell's mouth do.
It does some stuff
in this episode. So, Aaron, let's keep sliding into these DMs of an episode. And I have something a little bit horny to talk about at the top since we're on the subject.
Furthermore,
to continue, the announcer has some pretty stellar alliteration in his recap of last week's episode and the setup for this one. And one of the lines is the beautiful Android 18 and her battered buddy. So I like that. The show itself has not been super horny for Android 18. They've let Krillin handle that for the most part.
I got it. Don't worry.
This is the first time. This is the first time that I've heard like the announcer reference her beauty in this way. And then the other alliterative line that I wrote down was, with Cell destroying the archipelagos, they will have to surrender to the slithering serpent or be reduced to scrap. Yeah. So I had not thought of Cell as a slithering serpent before.
The Namekians are more slug.
Yeah.
Reference.
Mm-hmm.
He's just interesting. I mean, he's got that tail.
I think it was just the tail. What that tail do? Again, we'll find out later in the episode.
I'm more impressed that he said archipelago.
I think I added that.
I'm impressed that you added archipelago.
It's a wonderful geographical term, my dear boy.
Plateaus.
An isthmus, a land bridge. One of my favorites. An isthmus.
Smith missed us.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, let's get into this fight because it does start real quick with a fight. So it's Vegeta just goes ahead and punches him, and the one effect that I noticed is that Cell gets hit so hard that a wave kind of flows through his head and like wobbles it like he's in a funhouse mirror.
Yes. I wrote that down in my notes. I was like, that's wild. That's a wild visual representation of the rippling power that is Vegeta right now. I don't know if in yours Cell had any lines like as he's talking to Vegeta in that like bent over gut punched pose.
Not that I picked up on. So please elaborate.
So like Vegeta lands the punch and is looking up at Cell being like, Cell, what's wrong? And Cell starts to say, what's wrong is, wait. Oh, you're making a joke, Vegeta. I always appreciated your Saiyan wit. Like,
they just met.
They just met. But I also have in my notes, like after that line, I wrote down, is Cell stupid? Like, Imperfect Cell was like only strong to a point. He knew it. He was actively like running around to keep the Z fighters from catching him, like not pitting them against each other, but making them second guess where he might be or their ability to fight him in general, right?
Yeah, leading them on a merry chase.
Yeah. This Cell is like, I guess I just blow up everything to find what I'm looking for. And I don't understand sarcasm. So, like, I was like, he's the ultimate life form. He should understand basic sarcasm, one. And two, yeah, Vegeta's not actually asking you what's wrong.
Yeah. No one's ever asked about my feelings and my conditions. Oh.
That's exactly the mode that he was in. The fight then continues. Like I think a lot of this episode is this fight intercut with some stuff. So Cell fight semi-perfect Cell, or S Cell as I wrote in my notes, is fighting Vegeta. Definitely losing this fight from all intents and purposes. Vegeta has the upper hand. Not the most beautiful animation we've seen in terms of fight choreography, what they're showing, but it kind of works with how they tell the rest of the story in this episode. All right, so Cell can't seem to land a single punch on Vegeta. Android 18 is having trouble following their movements because she also is like, Vegeta, the guy whose arm I broke like 3 days ago, he can't fight Cell. This is ludicrous. And then Trunks kind of is thinking to himself, remembering his training in the time chamber. And how did you feel about this flashback? Like, were you as confused as I was during Trunks's explanation and the visuals that went along with it? I want to kind of start there.
You mean this A24 like looking
yes
experience? So are you telling me there was a voiceover from Trunks describing what was happening?
Oh my, not there. Yes, there was. There was
not for me. It was just him. There was no voiceover. It's really just Trunks yelling, "Father!"
Oh my goodness.
How do we want to? So let's
why don't you describe what you saw, and then I will add the context of Trunks' voice.
Yes, our typical Rashomon. So we have Trunks in the chamber, and the beginning is him just hands and knees. He can barely stand up. Suddenly he's surrounded by flames, and he's not stop, dropping, and rolling. He's like, because I guess you don't know that in the future. He's just patting himself. He's just going hot, 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 hot. And then he sees Vegeta, and Vegeta is like a literal demon, just kind of breathing fire in.
Okay.
And Trunks runs over to his papa, trying to get help, and then
smack gets backhanded.
Goes back to pure white on the background.
All right, I'm going to stop you there.
Okay,
so I can give you context to that sequence. Trunks is waxing poetic about his time in the time chamber. He says things like, the gravity was so intense I couldn't stand. The air was so heavy I couldn't breathe. It vacillated from extreme cold to burning heat in the blink of an eye. That's when the fire comes up. He's like, then I was surrounded, consumed by the flames. I looked to my father and he stood there, unflinching. And then Trunks is like, then I realized it was his. He's like, I went to rush to help my father, who turned me away. It was at that moment Trunks realized that the flames were caused by Vegeta himself. It was his own burning desire to reach a new plateau, a new level of strength. That is what caused the flames. So they're metaphorical and they disappear when Trunks realizes what is happening. Now, continue.
Okay. What a director's cut. Of just like spelling. It's like, we need a voiceover to explain this. So Vegeta calls him worthless, flies off, and then the temperature drops and Trunks gets encapsulated by a bunch of ice. Like, he's in a prison of ice at one point.
Yep.
And that's sort of where the flashback ends. He snaps out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Vegeta doesn't call him worthless. Vegeta says, I train alone. And then Trunks said, and then he left me alone. I had to face the time chamber by myself for the remaining time. Whoa. So Trunks basically spent, I'm assuming that what he witnessed was like the first 10 minutes. So Trunks spent like 364 days just alone in the time chamber, dealing with the crippling and blankness of the unfeeling infinity that is the time chamber, and his father's cold shoulder, which literally froze him, which is, I think, what they were going for, at least in mine. They used the
think so.
voiceover to say, like, Trunks got the coldest shoulder technique. Like Shoto Todoroki to Endeavor. You know what I mean?
We all get it.
And Trunks, I think, along the way is like, he steals his resolve before that scene ends by saying, like, I knew I had to survive and endure and reach the same level of strength that my father did, so he could see me as his equal and I could fight alongside him.
Trunks, just accept.
I know.
You're not going to get the relationship you want from this man. You gotta move on.
It's hard. It's hard to watch our boy go through it. He just wants a father figure, because the only father figure he had was Gohan, and he died in the future.
Sure.
Just like the future for you all is this commercial.
Lights. Camera. Adaptations. Ever watched your favorite book become a movie and said, well, that certainly was a weird decision? Of course you have. Hollywood is constantly making changes for their adaptations, and this podcast aims to answer the question of why. Join host Emma Shannon and a different guest every month on Unnatural Selection, a new Moonshot Network podcast, as they talk about a film, its source material, and what makes an adaptation good, faithful, and less commonly, good and faithful. Check out Episode 1, coming to a podcatcher near you on February 15th.
Okay, we're back from break, and Cell is still getting his ass kicked by Vegeta, folks. He's throwing him around a bunch of islands and water. And this is, I mean, I think throughout this fight, Cell has been kind of trying to get into Vegeta's head, being like, I know you, Vegeta. Like, your cells reside in me. I know everything that you are, which makes no sense, right? That's not how that works. This isn't early Assassin's Creed where the Animus translated your DNA into historical memories that you could access through science and technology. That's right. That's what the Assassin's Creed franchise was built on, God damn it. And then Ubisoft turned it into a meta game within a game. I can't. I really can't. I shouldn't. I should. I could, but I can't.
We won't, because some choice lines. This back half is chock full of Vegeta sass and Cell sass. Because Vegeta asks once he punches Cell, watch them skid across the water. He's like, "Oh, is it over?" And Cell's response is, "That's right, it's over. Your life, that is."
Oh, yes.
Dab.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely where. Take that line again, please, so I can dab with you.
Okay. That's right, it's over. Your life, that is.
Dab.
Dab.
Perfect dab line. Yeah, the back and forth between Cell and Vegeta is just. I think we may have mentioned this before, but it's just a clash of egos. I don't know. Maybe if you're a One Piece person, the ego is kind of exemplified by Conqueror's Haki or Hakai. So imagine just like two big balls of ego energy just clashing, and that's what you got. Apart from Vegeta getting Cell, like giving him these hands. We get a quick cut to Krillin, our boy. Wait, no, not yet. Too soon.
No, we can't. I was doing the sound effect of quick cutting, like.
Oh yeah. So Krillin shows up. He's headed towards the islands, and then he's like, he stops to be amazed by the power level of both Vegeta and Cell. He says in mind, like, "Can't wait to see this." And then he also says, Oh, I almost forgot my job. Finding the androids.
What?
Why? He's getting distracted by two other men's power levels? Uh-oh. I didn't know this was gonna hit me different.
These power levels are just very virile and impressive.
I wonder if these guys use Blue Chew. How did Vegeta get so strong so quick? Oh, I know. forhims.com.
That's why my hair is so lustrous and blonde. I use promo code KHP.
For Hims, a full stop men's health service.
All your man needs. Balls don't work. Hair bad. Weak and pathetic.
Oh, why? What, Aaron? Are we months, if not a year, away from Chris Sabat hawking Blue Chew and For Hims as Vegeta?
I thought you meant us doing that.
Oh no!
As
I mean,
Vegeta.
yeah. Obviously, who's Chris? Chris who? Who did I say?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew what I was trying to say. Sabat Salom.
Look, Tokyo Treat, wonderful sponsor of the show. Next sponsor, we got to see if we can do voices. Like, hey, could I don't know, maybe a Yajirobe talk about
Yeah.
these male enhancements?
Would you like to turn your brand into peak fiction with us, Kame House Party? We get another cut,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, to the lookout. And I gotta know what your lines are in this one, because this sequence is like a bit unnecessary, but I had fun. Mostly with Tien. So it's Bulma, Tien, Piccolo.
Mm-hmm.
Popo cannot be bothered. Popo's like, I'm busy. I don't care what happens down there.
He's chucking food into the time chamber.
That's right. He's like, I have to keep Goku fed.
A year worth of Goku meals? Fuck. Sorry to curse. But shit.
This is a new affectation for Popo that must stay.
Hate swearing or
Oh no, he says he swears twice.
for greater effect?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Bulma's freaking out by Piccolo and Tien's reactions to the fight. She wants to know how Vegeta and Trunks are doing. Tien, and I love Tien's delivery. He's like, Vegeta, he's giving Cell the beating of his life. You contrast that with Piccolo just grimacing incessantly. And eventually he doesn't say this to Bulma, which is like, again, kudos to Piccolo for like keeping the peace up there by not saying what he's thinking, which is he's so angry at Vegeta. He says like something along the lines of, oh, Vegeta, what are you doing down there? You could have defeated Cell 7 times over. Stop toying with him.
Oh,
Something like that.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because in mine, that's not what he's mad about.
Oh, go off.
To himself, he's like, I can't believe it. The gap between us is that much larger. He's mad because he's weak again.
I thought that was what was coming. I really did. Because Piccolo had power supremacy in the last like segment of the saga.
He had a solid day of being the top fighter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't even catch a break, even on Namek History Month. Oh.
How dare they? Jeez.
Martin Luther Obo died. I couldn't pull a good enough Martin Luther King instrument. But yeah, that sucks for Piccolo. And your version is, I think both. I think he could have said both.
Yeah.
In mine, he should have been able to voice both.
There's a moment when Bulma is looking at a grimacing Piccolo. She goes, "What a ferocious face!" Like, come on, he's just
because he's green don't mean he mean. Okay,
you know him.
This is Gohan's uncle. You know this man.
Mm-hmm.
But
and so yeah, Bulma just like goes off and is just like so impressed with Vegeta and Trunks. That's it.
She doesn't say to Baby Trunks, "You're gonna be just like your daddy someday." To kind of complete, it kind of completes
similar.
like the Trunks bit and like how Trunks is feeling about his dad right now, and then they mimic it with him being a baby, being like, "Dad, whoa, I guess I'm reacting to Dad. I don't know if I know English yet."
Bulma, you're not helping here.
I know.
Of these expectations.
That's where it all started. That's where it all started. Was Bulma
you're bad again.
Unreal expectations for your children? Bulma, come on.
How can he live up to the Prince of all Saiyans?
Yeah, Trunks is what? Gonna be the prince to the Capsule Corp throne? That ain't the same. Vegeta owned a whole planet.
He let him, no wonder like in GT, he's like, I just want to go on dates. I would too. I'd check out.
Yeah. You can't be your parents. Like that's a huge shadow to live underneath. Mostly because of the hairline and the hair, but like that's too much for one child to bear. You know what I mean?
Trunks, are you shaving your hairline back? To be like your papa?
His grandpa. No, young Trunks. The brief's hairline is what keeps us in power. We need that middle part to stay.
It's just a fight with clippers. No, I'm going to be like my father.
Oh, and where is he?
Somewhere. He's training. That's what I should be doing.
Always training, never sciencing.
I'm caught between two worlds. Don't you see?
It's either a beaker or boxing. Choose.
Only chemistry or karate? You can do one more, Grandpa.
It's either Newton's first or first place at the dojo.
I like that one.
Good.
I'm just gonna date girls.
Ooh, that's where I come in.
Yeah, Grandma. Please, Grandma, teach me how to date.
No.
They have a shopping montage.
But yeah, that's got to be it. That's where Trunks went wrong. His mom.
That's who we'll blame. Not the person who physically beat him. A woman. Let's blame. Sarcasm.
Oh my God. Yeah. For the cells out there, this is sarcasm. I thought they really hated women. Guess it was just a joke.
Oh, they're just commentating on societal norms. Whoopsie.
I said the quiet part out loud.
Look, Trunks, the only Nepo baby I'll feel bad about because there is so much expectation.
I mean, we feel bad for Gohan in like a myriad of other ways.
Yeah. Some bootstrapping.
Yeah.
Done.
But we gotta keep going with this Vegeta and Semi-Perfect Cell fight. It's like some of it takes place in the water.
We don't.
Say what?
We gotta go to Gohan.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I almost
Yeah.
skipped over this part.
Yeah, Gohan's less of a nepo baby. Well, he is royalty. Shit.
Mhm.
No, he's a fucking nepo. No, I'm remembering we made a bit about this 100 episodes ago.
It's and he doesn't qualify for nepo baby because the Ox King's kingdom has been destroyed.
He
He
the
doesn't
treaties,
even,
I'm sure.
he used to own the mountain. The mountain is gone.
That's true. I'm sure there's still treaties and other things still in place.
Maybe he's more like a lord or a duke now.
Mm-hmm.
So we can revisit this. We have the authority.
But right now he's exploiting his Saiyan heritage, trying to go Super Saiyan. He's only able to lift up half of a tile with his power. And Goku is then telling him, like, no, you're just increasing your ki. That's not how you do it. Being Super Saiyan comes from anger. And he says, quote, get angry, pop off with a bang.
Pop off with a
Pop
bang?
off.
I didn't think Pop Off arrived on the scene until like the late 2010s. But Pop Off, coined by Goku, yeah, I'm here for it. Damn, that's good.
Go off.
Go off, King.
Be the Rizzler. I know you are.
Gohan, I know you can do it. Pretend your crush just dumped you. Go off.
Stick out your yacht.
Hit a fit and a back spread in the gym, Gohan. That'll make sure that thought knows what they're missing.
And I
do have a different line read for my version where Goku's like, yeah, he says, it's not just about being a Super Saiyan isn't about raising your power. He says being a Super Saiyan comes from a need. So it's like, and then he says, try using loss to get you there, or like pain and stuff. Like I think he was referencing like pain.
Interesting.
To that, then Gohan is like, I think Goku's like, yeah, imagine Cell killing everyone you love and hurting your friends. And Gohan's like, but I've never seen Cell.
That's in mine too.
I love that. I love that. Like they keep that little bit of innocence of Gohan. He's like, oh, but I haven't seen Cell. I don't know. I can't imagine that. It's like, yeah, he's a child. He shouldn't have to imagine these things. But then Goku's like, well, what about Frieza?
Remember when Frieza killed all your friends? Come on, Gohan, remember the trauma.
And then he does. We get a horrible flashback to Frieza, to a montage of Frieza killing people that Gohan cares about.
Which are Dende.
Check.
Piccolo.
Check.
Not Krillin.
Not Krillin.
And then Goku.
Not Krillin.
You think it's gonna be?
Yeah. Instead, it's the cliffhanger that we were left on. I'm gonna guess episode 132. Just a guess. But yeah, the last one is Goku not making it off of Namek, and it's those and only those three things that push Gohan up to the edge, because we get a quick cutout. Gohan's extra long hair is raising with power and flashing yellow. Oh, it's so cool. So cool.
But it's not quite enough. He says, like, it's no use. They got to try again. Oh, buddy, you can do it.
It's gonna be my child watching me dunk for the first time. And then I will crush them with a weight that I won't even let them know it's possible for them.
Imagine me dying, son. Then you can dunk.
Yeah. The power comes from the pain of loss in your feet.
Imagine those Jordans getting creased.
Son, you know those all-white dunks I got you? Imagine they've been scuffed.
Jumps over the hoop.
Good.
You could. I feel like you'd be a benign dad coach. Tough but fair.
I would love to be a tough but fair coach. The problem is I would probably be too funny of a coach. So like I could never like get them to do everything as hard as like, you know, I'd have to have an assistant coach that would be a real hard ass. Cause then they'd be like, the assistant coach is like, that's how all coaching dynamics work. Somebody's a real hard ass. The assistant's usually like a little bit nicer. So,
Okay.
but good notes. and I'll make sure to write them down for Vince's coaching guide 2025.
Well, I think we're back at the fight now.
That's right. Vegeta admits he's like, if this is your true power cell, I'm a bit bored. Cell, I think, then like counterattacks. This is where we said, or we answer the question, what does Cell's mouth do? He fires energy from his mouth. That's what he do.
He loves it. There's in mind beforehand. So this is like, you know, Cell's getting mocked, and Cell says the line, starting right now, I'm going to show you what hell is.
Oh.
And Vegeta responds with, well, I shall enjoy it. It's getting a little chilly in here. I wouldn't hate it.
That's fine, Cell. Turn it up. This outfit is too breathable.
It's moisture wicking, Cell.
Hence why you haven't seen a bead of sweat off this guy.
Saying so sweat.
It's canon.
We don't fart.
Also canon.
Only number ones.
That's how Saiyans get it done.
I didn't inherit any of that from your genes.
A boo-hoo is you.
I've been building up a deuce for a while, Vegeta. I could really use a timeout.
Well, Cell, that won't be the only time you're referenced as number 2.
God damn it. I just saying I had a big lunch. A big android lunch.
What was it? 17 calories?
A 17-course meal.
And let me guess, for dessert, 18 scoops of ice cream.
I'm hoping. Definitely made some room.
Well, here, let me make some more.
Oh, fuck.
And one of these.
You did the thing where I thought you were going to hit me with your right hand, and then you hit me with your left.
The okie doke. You really are stupid.
You're rope-a-doping my little ass.
I guess your brain hasn't been semi-perfected.
No, that's the last thing.
A fatal flaw in Dr. Giro's programming.
16, you stay out of this.
Oh no, we've been found.
Whoops. Wait, who said that? I forgot.
Squirrels.
Just 2 human android-sized squirrels down there. Nothing to worry about.
We like nuts. We love nuts.
Ooh, like a payday.
Ew.
Well, you don't like
candy.
Wait,
old man candy. Old man candy.
The squirrel doesn't like paydays. Suspicious.
See me, Sil? I'm more of 100 grand.
What's even in 100 grand?
I don't know. Money.
Well, you do. You like them rich.
And that one over there with the pink hair. That's a Rolo for your ass.
individual pieces of caramel and chocolate.
So you aren't stupid after all.
I know candy.
And see, I know candy.
I know. Don't question my candy ability, Vegeta. There's after the blast, there's like, I don't know if you got this. Cell thinks he's won, and he starts laughing, but the animation they do on the laugh is just they just kind of wiggle his face. Very upsetting.
I don't think I caught that. I don't think I caught that.
He's like, ha 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 ha. His mouth doesn't go up and down.
Because I hear it now.
It's so upsetting. They linger on it for so long.
Oh shit, that's a good one. Oh, that's really good. And speaking of lingering, Krillin, just watching the fight from high above.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I again, every time Krillin's on screen, I start getting like palm sweat. I'm like, oh, Krillin.
When's it gonna happen?
When's it gonna happen? And correct me if I'm wrong, we're still left at the end of this episode wondering what exactly is gonna happen, because I think the last line that we get from Vegeta, it's Cell after powering up for the final time, is still outmatched to Vegeta. He still can't land a hit. And Vegeta is like, what is he? Oh, Cell is like, oh no, you can't be Vegeta. This isn't the Vegeta I know. The Vegeta I know is kind and sweet.
This isn't like you, Vegeta. Please. Look into your heart.
Have a heart, Vegeta.
Vegeta, don't hurt him. By him, I mean me.
Vegeta, please. Vegeta, please.
Please, baby. Oh, I'm getting Elvis over here. Please, pretty mama. Don't hurt him. I'm Austin Butler.
Oh, if only Cell had absorbed Austin Butler.
I saw there was some headline where supposedly Austin Butler had to meet with a voice coach to get out of his Elvis accent, because
to get out of the accent,
because he supposedly had been stuck with it for too long.
I thought he was still doing it, like during the press run for the movie and like subsequent release. I literally thought it was just PR, like a little bit like, oh, isn't it fun? Austin Butler can't stop doing the voice. He loves the character so much. It's like, no, dude is locked. He's got locked in voice syndrome.
He needed professional help.
Oh my God.
I was at my son's christening and I still had this voice. You can't imagine the embarrassment. Oh, baby.
They're starting to laugh at me at Starbucks now, pretty mama. I say, can I get a caramel macchiato?
I wish Elvis
Name
was...
Butler. First, Austin. Huh.
I'm doing karate at the Lowe's. Picking up a few knickknacks for some home projects.
I walk over to the guy in the vest. I say, hey there, pretty buddy. You know where I could get some 2x4s and crown molding?
I'm looking for 3/18 screws.
Hey, can I get some help at self-checkout? I keep thrusting my hips. It's not reading my signs.
What? Just beautiful. Love that they're going on with the bit. I hope he goes back. If I'm Austin Butler and I'm on his PR team, I'm like, you just got to keep going up and down on this. Austin Butler. In 3 months, we're going to do an Austin Butler relapse into the accent.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so good. That's so good, Aaron. Just like Vegeta's last line of the episode. Because Cell's like, who are you? Well, this isn't Vegeta that I know. And he's like, you're right. I'm not the old Vegeta, you know. I'm Super Vegeta. And then points at himself. Glowing yellow and gold, buff as hell. He looks great. But that's the end of the episode.
Just he's Super Vegeta.
He's Super Vegeta, and we super don't know what's going to happen next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I thought you were Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for the Daily Planet.
Here I thought you were that photographer always taking pictures of Spider-Man.
I thought you were just a millionaire philanthropist.
Oh, Vegeta, and here I thought you were a blind man.
Some sort of lawyer in Hell's Kitchen.
Servicing the underprivileged.
I thought you came from a normal school, upstate New York, for gifted youngsters.
Oh, Vegeta, I'm sorry.
Just please forgive me for not realizing that when you took off your glasses.
Oh, Vegeta, here I thought you were some brilliant scientist's son. Experimented on and turned into an unrealistically superior cyborg.
I thought you were a soldier from the 40s who had an experiment done on them.
I thought they called you Weapon V. All right, we got to end the episode. All right, look.
I could go on.
We could probably do that all day, and maybe we will when we offline and play Helldivers 2. But look, thank you for listening to this week's episode of Kame House Party. Tune in next week for another thrilling installment of the Dragon Ball Z Cell saga. We're neck deep in it. Look, if you like this podcast, make sure to rate, share, and review the show. It helps other people find it. And it's also nice. We like to hear that people are liking the show. And we have a habit of reading all of our reviews on air. So if you give us 5 stars, we'll read that review on air. You may have noticed in the video feed that yes, Vince is a Super Saiyan now, but also we have a sponsor. Check out Tokyo Treat, team.tokyotreat.com/Kame. Use promo code Kame to get $5 off your next Japanese pop subscription box. If you don't know Tokyo Treat, they give you all kinds of wonderful treats from Japan, limited edition I almost said TikToks, limited edition Kit Kats.
Maybe. I don't know.
And other various Japanese snacks. This theme, I think you can tell by the box I'm holding, it's a pink box. So this is the Sakura Cherry Blossom themed box. Spring is approaching, so the snacks gotta match, baby. So
You telling me it sprung?
spring has sprung on TokyoTreat.com. Promo code Kame. Get $5 off. I went blonde for the Shonen Chumps live show. If you're interested in seeing that show, seeing the reveal, you can get the VOD, I think, in a couple of weeks on caveat.com.nyc.
We'll add a link.
Yeah, there may be a link. It should be the same show link that we've used in the past. But yeah, head over to caveat.nyc to check out that show. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun revealing this hair on stage for everybody. We had great characters. A famous mangaka and anime creator showed up at the show. So you gotta check it out.
You got a regatta.
You got a regatta. And we gotta tell you about Twitch. We're on Twitch, twitch.tv/KameHouseParty. We will be back this Wednesday. I'm assuming, Aaron, we're going to be playing Helldivers 2. There's like,
if they'll let us in, it's a very exclusive game.
Yeah, if the servers
point.
ain't busted open, we'll be playing Helldivers 2, maybe with some friends, maybe not. We'll tune in to play a variety of games and have a variety of fun every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. over there on twitch.tv/KameHouseParty. Aaron, anything else that we need to plug?
A few things. I'm going to say that Thinking Too Hard About Anime, my other podcast, is coming back. Still talking about Neon Genesis Evangelion. If you have for this season, season 4, we're starting to finish up the initial broadcast run. So if you're not caught up, now's a good time as we come back from the holidays. And we're part of the Moonshot Network, a
That's
wonderful network of podcasts. Go to moonshotpods.com to find your new favorite show. But please make us your favorite still.
Yeah. Please keep us as your favorite. And you should check out the Patreon because I did a creator interview with one of the founders of Moonshot, Riley Hopkins, talking about Kame House Party, how we got started, some of my inspirations in wanting to perform and do comedy on stage, and a little window into my life that maybe you weren't aware of just by listening to this podcast. I'm pretty open, but it's a nice other place to hear me do that thing.
Do we get any corporate fun facts like you love to travel or
I gave
love
three.
cooking?
I did 3 interesting things. So yeah, tune into that, and thank you, Riley, again for having me on. So yeah,
But I think that's it.
I think that's it. So whether you are being an egomaniac, whether you're being an egomaniac, looking into a mirror that is another egomaniac, or or you're that egomaniac son just trying to get a moment of slack, you gotta keep
fighting. Pretty mama.
Yeah, pretty mama. Huh.
Watch out. John and Bravo.
I'm saying that I like Christmas.
Kame House Party.